Good evening, everyone. Just as Professor Matthews out here, and so what I wanted to do is come back to you out by video. Trying this by iPad, so hopefully we'll see if this works out better than what's going on my laptop. We're going to do a quick test on this, and based on how this video goes. But due to time, I really want to kind of kick this off. And so before I start, I want to do a shout out to Chris Davis. I did not mean to cut you short. The reason why the video was shortened the way that it was, unfortunately, was just because it's currently it's 9:28 p.m. on Sunday, January 14th, in case anybody's asking, and unfortunately, just due to time, I mean, we've got to get my kid to bed, and unfortunately, running these videos at the time that he's trying to go to bed, he's going to come out here and he's going to get mad at me for talking and keeping him awake. So I just want to let you know that I went through everything. I tried very hard to respond to everybody's introduction. If I did not get to you, I apologize. I did take one more quick glance at it, and so far it looks like that I hit everybody. But if it did not hit you, I apologize. The greatest thing about being here for 8 weeks, I will have plenty of time to get to know who you are, and I hope that you get a chance to know who I am through first of all, through these videos. I've seen a couple comments on the videos, and I've also received a couple emails from some students that this is sort of positive. I'll be honest, I was a little kind of disappointed that the first video got 18 views, and then everything after that went down to like 5. I hope I wasn't boring and driving everybody crazy. In part of the reason why I wanted to do the videos is not as much to reduce the interaction online as much as to provide a different, rich medium for you to have an interaction with me. One of the things, I noticed that, Chris Davis is one of them. I know there's another gentleman who's taking the class from Germany. You don't get to see the professors that you're interacting with, and so that's something that I tend to believe that I'm sure that you've all taken a communications class at some point, but face-to-face communication, of course, being the richest form of communication, but also the most time-consuming generally. So a live video shot actually kind of allows us to to kind of work around that. You get to look at the videos on your time, but at the same time, I also get a chance to come back to you guys live and hopefully teach you something. And so I hope that you find it valuable. Now, just kind of looking at some of this, I'll talk a little bit about the discussions in the next video. One of the things that I'll kind of go over what my thoughts processes are, and generally speaking, the first week is kind of like hi, this is the topic, and we kind of want you to get your feet wet, and we want you to kind of do some initial thinking about it. Not to suggest that the topic's not important, but more we're kind of looking at the 30,000 foot level. Now, of course, when we do the next week, the following week, and the following week, and the following week, you're going to see a lot more. You're going to see a lot more opportunities to dive deep into a lot of this stuff, and I think overall you're going to get a grand chance to see some of these topics. I notice some people, one of the things I love about teaching, one thing I really enjoy about teaching these classes is I get to see why you're taking the degrees that you do. I mean, I know why I took my degree. My degree was pretty simple. I needed to go to college, and I took, I did my initial bachelor's in Asian studies, and then when I graduated, I realized nobody wanted to hire an Asian studies expert, so I went back to college, and I took an additional degree in business and accounting, and then later on in HR. And so when looking at a lot of those different things, one of the big things that I gather from a lot of these introductions is I'm really just fascinated about why you guys are doing this, and I know there's a lot of people who think that they're taking the degrees because I need to check a box. If I don't get the sheepskin, nobody's going to hire me to do what I really want. But to be honest, you also are, a lot of you are also taking these degrees because the degree is, I hope, in the field that you are either working in or that you want to work in. And you're trying to learn different approaches. I'm sure all of you who are working in the field of HR are fantastic experts in your field from what you see. And one of the things that this class gets to do is that, instead of seeing the depth of something, because you're experts in the depth of what you see, we're going to show you the breadth of it so that you can kind of get some other ideas and see how different ways of doing things. And so that's what we really hope for with a lot of these courses. And if you're not getting that, feel free to reach out to me. I'd be happy to do, reflection and things of that nature. As you can see, I'm wearing my CPA shirt today. I am a CPA. This is tax season. It sometimes gets a little crazy here, but I am also, like I said, I'm a professor. I really love interacting with you guys, and feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions and you need to get in touch with me. So in the next video, we'll go over to the discussions and then see how that goes. Thanks.